Hello, everyone. Welcome to the session dedicated to choosing your major. And we will talk today about tools and tips. And of course, welcome to our US Higher Education Virtual Fair that is happening today. My name is Natalia Grinko, and I am Education USA project specialist. And I would like to share today with you some tips and tools, as I said, related to the choosing of your major. So let's start. We have a lot of participants, and let's just agree that you can ask your questions in chat, and I will try to answer all of them at the end of the session. If not, you can always find me in private chat on the virtual fair, Education USA Ukraine, and we can talk to you about all the questions that you have in mind, okay? So let's start. Okay, so first of all, I want to tell you a little bit about Education USA Network. That's US Department of State network that has over 430 advising centers in more than 170 countries. And we advisors provide accurate, comprehensive, and unbiased information about studying in the USA. We are your official source of information about US higher education, and we work with all the accredited colleges and universities in the United States. And as you might know, there are more than 400 of those, and we want to help you to find your best, your dream university or college in the United States. So you're welcome to address us with any questions you have about that. And today, when we talk about choosing your major, from our own experience, we can tell you that we have a lot of questions related to that matter. Some of the questions that we have: how do I choose my major? What happens if I chose my major and then I decided that I want to do something else in my life? Also, we have questions from the parents that want to help their kids to make decision about the major. So I will try to address all of those questions and during today's session. Okay. Let's see. Sorry about that, some technical problem. Okay. So when we talk about choosing the major, your major, first of all, I want to tell you that your major is, first of all, your choice, because this is something that will have effect on your future career, will have effect on your future life. And there are three important things to take into account when you think about your major. That's, first of all, your values, your interests, your talents and skills. And I will start with your talents and skills, because this is something that we will spend less time on today. Well, talents and skills are important when you think about your major, but skills can be learned, skills can be developed, and they will change with time when you have new experiences in life. And of course, you can, you can work on your skills and hard skills and soft skills. If you talk about your talents, this is also very important, but this is not something that will drive your motivation through your life. But of course, you can include those talents into the work that you do. For example, if you choose to help people, you can always find a way to include music, for example, in helping people. So think about that, but do not concentrate too much time on this. The second thing I want to talk about today is your values. And when we talk about values, I hope my screen changes. Okay. So when we talk about values, it takes some time to, to change the slide, but just stay with me. Okay. Just a second. So, at last. So when we talk about values, what are values? Well, I hope some of you, or maybe all of you, have watched the Simpsons cartoon. Do you remember when Homer Simpson was making some decisions, he would have angel and devil on his shoulders and he would hesitate whom he should listen to? Well, actually those two, angel and devil, represent values that Homer has in his mind. And while making the decision, he would listen to some values, good values and bad values, and then make his decision. Well, this is something very important that you have to remember about the values. Values will drive the decisions that you make in your life. They will impact them greatly, and decisions will also drive your motivation in life. So this is something very desirable to you. And of course, good careers and good jobs will also bring some satisfaction, such as like tangible satisfaction, such as money or lifestyle. But if your values will not be satisfied, at some point you might feel that you're not satisfied with your work. And some of the examples I can tell you about is, for example, Mahatma Gandhi. He was actually a law student and he had opened his law practice, but this is not something that brought satisfaction to him because he really wanted to help oppressed people. And that's when he actually finished with law practice and he decided that he will do the non-violent revolution and will help oppressed people in India and even South Africa. So today I would like to offer you a small practical exercise that will help you to think about the values that you have. So I hope you have a piece of paper and a pen with you. If not, please be free to write your answers to the chat. I will be very happy to see them and to see what the values are in your life. So when we think about values, where do we take them from? Where do they come from? Who actually has some impact on our values? So there is the first question I will ask you, okay? So the question is, think about 3 people who have had the deepest impact on your life. But just try to think about one person who is outside your family. What specific value has stuck with you from that person? Okay, I'll give you a minute for that. Just think about people that have really had a huge impact on your life. Doesn't have to be real people. It can be heroes from the movies. It can be superheroes, for example, Superwoman or whoever you choose to be. But just think, what value is the most important that you actually took from that person? Okay, so think about 3 people. Okay, and the values that they have brought to your life. We will have only 30 seconds more for that, and then we will move on. Okay. If you choose to share your ideas and your values in the chat, I will be glad to hear those and to see those, so please feel free. Okay, I think you should be done with the values from people that you have in your life. And let's move on to the second question. Now I will ask you to think. Okay. About 3 books or songs or sermons or sayings that have actually had a great impact on your life, and what specific value has stuck with you from those. So think about movies, books, maybe some sayings that you have come up when reading or listening to something, and what values has stuck with you from those resources. So it should be 3 resources, and we have 1 minute for that. Do not spend too much time thinking because the values are on surface. So, you know, when you think about books, tapes, or movies, you will think also about the values that they bring into your life. So again, I will repeat 3 books or tapes or movies or poems, sermons or sayings that have contributed greatly to your own values. What values has stuck with you in your life for now? So maybe that was a theater play that you have attended, or the movie, the latest movie that you have watched. Anything that comes to your mind, and what has actually been the most important thing about those. Okay, we have another 30 seconds. Please share your answers in the chat, and we will move on to third question. Okay, I can see some people. Yes, very good answers I can see in the chat now. Okay, just, you know, when you write those in the chat, don't forget, because there is something else we will be doing with those. So just, you know, I hope they stick in your mind for now. Okay, you have a very good, we have very good sayings from Albert Einstein. We have Russian literature. This is, everything is very important if it comes to your mind, but just think about the values that they bring into your life. So if you read, I don't know, a book, for example, my example would be the latest book that I read is from Michelle Obama, Becoming. And I actually, the value that I took from that was that, you know, you have actually to fight for your dreams. Right? That you, no matter where you're coming from, you have a right to fight for your dreams. So think about those and the values that they have brought into your life. Okay, very good. I see very nice answers. Just never say never. Very good. And we will come with, and I will come with the third question about the values, and that would be about, as you have understood, I have some technical problems still, but I hope this will pass soon. Okay, so 3 most important experiences that have greatly shaped your life. So think about the experiences that you had in your life, how they shaped you, and what value has stuck with you from that experience. Okay, it can be actually anything, any experience that comes to your mind. It can be a trip that you took to another country and something happened to you and you realized something. It can be, well, actually anything. My example would be that actually shaped my life a lot was, of course, the trip to United States was Flex program. So this is something that really shaped me, that, and the value that I brought from that experience was, you know, the sense of independence and freedom, especially when it was after Soviet times. So think about the experiences that actually had a huge impact on your life. It doesn't have to be something, you know, really huge in terms of global terms, but this is something that really, really shaped your life, okay? Maybe you moved to another city, or maybe you met a person that actually, you know, had such a big impact on your life. So think about those, okay? Going through rough situations at work, yes, that's very important, and this is a great lesson that we actually learn by going through those rough situations. Yes, that you never stop trying. Very good. Physical appearance, that's very good. Starting attending the gym. So you will need to have 3 experiences and the values that stuck with you from those experiences. Okay, let's wait for some more answers, and I hope all the rest are writing the resources, people, and experiences on the paper, and the values that have stuck with you from those experiences and from those sources. And what I would like to do now, I would like to ask you to rate. So you have 9 values now in front of you. So rate from 1 to 9 those experiences where values, when one will be the most important value and 9 will be the least important value. Okay, so think only about those 9 values that you have identified through this exercise and rate them. 1 will be the most important value, something that really drives you, and 9 will be the least important. Okay? And now I would like to ask you to share your first 3 to 5 values with me. If you want to do it in chat. If not, just leave it for yourself. Yes, I do agree, Daria, that they are all very important because those are your values. But at the same time, if you think about only those 9 words, what would be the most important to you? Okay, try to think about only 3 to 5 things that are the most important. Okay, I have very good answers. Here's the first time traveled abroad. Yes, usually travels do shape our lives a lot, right? TV series, that's a good answer as well. Because we learn, right, from the experiences from other people. So now when you will be looking at your career choices or you will be looking at the majors you want to pursue in the future, think about the values that you have identified today. Do they meet? Will you be able to incorporate those values? Will you be able to satisfy those values when you do the major in some specific sphere? Okay, and I hope this will help you to, to be more prepared for choosing your major. And one more thing I would like to tell you about the values. If you check websites of international, well-known companies, they also will have corporate values stated there. Because, when they will be looking for their new employees, they would like to see your values in some way match with their values. And this will make your work not only effective, but also enjoyable for them and for you. Okay, I still have a lot of very good comments in chat, but I would like to move to interests. So why interests are important? Interests will make you explore possibilities. They will make you find out more about things that you are interested. They will be your nudge to explore, okay? They will be something that will make you develop your skills, because if something is very interesting to you, even though you know little about something, about some topic, but interest in that topic will drive your motivation to learn more, to work harder, to get the skills that will be important in that sphere. So in which way you can explore your interests? Because when I ask this question, so what interests you, for example, in teenagers? And they say, well, there are so many things interesting to me. I don't know how to choose. Everything is so interesting. In this era of so much information, it's so hard to find something that really, really interests you. And some people would say, well, I don't really have any interests, right? So I would like to introduce one of the tools that I would recommend to young people in schools that are thinking about their interest, is actually to create a mind map of your interest and things that you enjoy. What you actually have to do, you just have a piece of paper, blank piece of paper, you put your name in the middle, and then you just put everything that comes to your mind. When you think about things that you enjoy to do, or things that really somehow, make an interest to you. Well, it doesn't have to be really like something big or something interesting, but if it comes to your mind, at that moment, when you do the mind map, just put it on a paper. okay? This is an example on the screen. You can see I have asked my friend to do the mind map of her interest, and you can see that, you know, she likes to go to the forest, she likes to draw, she likes to write, she likes to, you know, do the movies, she likes to attend some art spaces. So she would be writing all the things that come to her mind at that point, and then she would try to group them. Okay, and when she groups them, it kind of gives her an idea what is her main interest in this life. So I would really encourage you to do something like that. You can take colorful pencils, pens, and try to write everything that comes to your mind at that moment. And you will see, and you will be surprised by the results. That I can promise to you. Another thing to do is actually to create a collage of your interest. So you take all kinds of magazines or newspapers and anything that comes that is of interest to you when you actually go through pages to pages, just cut them out and create a collage. You can draw, you can, you know, you can do whatever you want, but just when you do that creative arts and crafts, let's say, thing, think about your interests, and you will be surprised when you go through the pages. You will see things that are of interest to you. Okay, so I would really encourage that at home when you have some free time, especially now when we have quarantine and not all of you are going to school. So try to do something like mind map or create a collage of your interests. And what I can also suggest to you that you explore the websites of the colleges and universities in the United States, because a lot of them would have career centers that actually will ask you about your interest and the things that you value in your life. And based on that, they would suggest some of the majors to you. So I want to share one of the resources from the college that is actually participating in our virtual fair today. Is Orange Coast College. They have this site called Road Trip Nation, and we will try to explore it now. Okay, let's see. So this is how it looks like. I hope you can see my screen. And I would like to ask one of you to be my volunteer now. So, do I have volunteers? You can, okay, I have some people raising hand. Okay, Yulia, can you unmute yourself? Okay, I don't hear Yulia. Okay, well, let's try then with Arseny. Arseny, can you unmute yourself? Sorry. Let's see if I can unmute you, okay? Okay, let's try Arseny. Yeah. Arseny, can you hear me? Well, I guess just something doesn't work for me today, but that's fine. So what I will do now, I will actually show you my interests and you can explore your interests after the session today, okay? Let's agree on that. So, for example, when you come to the site, it will ask you about your interests. So what interests you the most? And you see so many possibilities here. Well, when I think about my life and what I do now, I would definitely say that education is of interest to me. Okay, well, that's my step number one, education. Then I am also interested in, let's see, I'm not interested in technology, it doesn't want to work with me today. I would say that I am into non-profit organizations. Okay, and then it asks me what lights me up. So the things that lights me up is teaching and mentoring. So based on my choices, there are top careers based on those three things that I chose to myself: adult educator, general operations managers, and all kinds of those. While I am looking at those careers, at those career choices, I'll say that I want to be mental health counselor, for example. Okay, so, and here you have so much information based on your choice, what they actually do, what other job titles they might have, okay, because sometimes the job title doesn't really say anything to you. How leaders describe a typical day at work, okay, so you have a better understanding what is waiting for you in the future when you actually take that major and decide to work in that sphere. What other tasks and responsibilities may be included into your job description, for example. Then it goes into education that you have to do in order to become a mental health counselor. Well, you can see that 34% of those, of all health counselors, they have bachelor's degree and 62 master's degree. So it gives you an idea what would be your academic plans as well, right? Then it also gives you information about the leaders in that sphere. So you will have some residential counselors that actually gave all the information about their work as a mental health counselor. So, and we can look now at Monica Harps, and she tells about her life, that she went to grad school, you know, and what education she pursued and what career she actually chose to herself, what was her day, typical day, right? And all kinds of things related to this thing. So I think that this is a it's a great resource for you to explore and to see where your interests take you. All right, so I hope you find this helpful to you. And now we are back to the last thing that I want to share with you, and it's actually the video from Columbia College, how to choose a major.
So you're ready to go to college and earn that degree. You're filling out your application when suddenly it asks what program you want to pursue. What if you don't know? You're not alone. About half of all students starting college are undecided. We'll help you narrow it down. But first, know this. Your major does not define you, nor does it limit your future. The truth is, the majority of employers are more interested in your degree than your specific major. Earning a degree demonstrates your ability to think critically and solve problems, two of the top skills employers want. A degree shows employers that you're a self-starter who can work with others. And finishing your degree shows future bosses that you can manage your time and follow through. About that major, you still need to determine the program you want to study. With that in mind, let's look at three broad areas of study: business, humanities, and sciences. Business-related majors are popular in part because it's easy to connect these programs with job titles. Most businesses rely on professionals to help with finances, human resources, and management. These are all areas you can major in. If you like the idea of working in an office or corporate setting, a business-related major may be a good choice for you, but don't discount the humanities. These are your more holistic majors, subjects such as English, history, psychology, and sociology. These majors may seem a little more ambiguous when it comes to a career, but the truth is they're in high demand across a variety of industries. Some of the top CEOs in the country earn degrees in humanities. This includes the CEO of YouTube, Slack, Whole Foods, and Chipotle. That's because a degree in the humanities makes you think in new ways, and that can open up an entirely new world. If you're a creative thinker who wants to imagine new possibilities, consider a degree in humanities. If you're more interested in our physical world, consider a degree in the sciences. This includes natural sciences such as biology, chemistry, and environmental studies. These are all programs that can lead to work in agriculture, conservation, and healthcare. They can also be stepping stones for those who want to go on to medical, veterinary, or dental school. Sciences can also include computer-related fields. These are great majors for people who want to work with technology, databases, information systems, and networking. So when deciding your major, think about what you're truly interested in studying. Couple your abilities, personality, and strengths with those interests. Select a program knowing that many jobs require a degree, not a specific major. If you're like most Americans, your future job may not directly tie to your major, but you will be qualified to apply for it. Ready to get started? Columbia College can help. Visit CC.
All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. You can find actually a whole series of those videos on Columbia College YouTube channel. Okay, let's see. And actually, there is only one thing to tell you from me. If you are still hesitant, if you've done all the exercises, you explored all the possibilities that are there, please don't worry if you're still hesitant, because a liberal arts model of education in the United States colleges and universities gives you a possibility to choose your major after 2 years of studies. You can actually have some time in order to explore, and even if you have made a decision about a major, you can change it after 2 years, or you can choose to have double major, or maybe a major and a minor. So the options, choices are there, just look for them and you will find your way. Thank you for your attention today, and if you still have some questions, please find me in the chat box, in the virtual fair chat, and I will answer your questions because we have another session in queue. Okay, thank you very much and goodbye.